Massive news coming out. Roger Federer, 20 Grand Slam champion, one of the GOATs, an incredible player, personality, legend of the sport, is retiring. I really was hoping and almost praying that I wouldn't have to do this video for quite a bit of time, honestly. And it is made even worse by the voice note that Federer has released on his social media because it's so well put together. It's so well thought out. It's so gracious as well, the way that he speaks and does his farewell in a statement. I've just got up here the written statement and I'll quickly go through it. But just so everyone knows, the Laver Cup will be his last ATP event. So we will not be seeing Roger Federer in a Grand Slam ever again. I thought he would continue and try and play one more Wimbledon. By the sounds of it, and reading between the lines, it sounds like his body just is not holding up. And at 41 years of age, he's just not able to compete at the level he'd like. It's really sad, but an incredible, phenomenal career, which, you know, in some ways, I'm actually getting a little bit upset actually about this. Is I mean, as someone growing up, I I remember seeing him actually practicing at Wimbledon the year after he won it. So the first year that he'd won it, the year after he came to SW19, he was training as the champion. I remember taking a picture with my mum, and he was in the background, and I saw him training. At the time, I didn't fathom how great this player was going to be, how impressive he was. I was so young. And now I almost think I wish I'd been slightly older. I wish I'd been able to acknowledge and actually really soak in the moment, because as a child, you just are on to the next thing. But he is an incredible player, personality, person, by the looks of it as well, and the way that he speaks and holds himself. He's a true testament to the game of tennis. And I'm really, really sad to see him go because, everyone on the channel will know I'm a Nadal fan. And, I used to get frustrated with Federer beating him at Wimbledon in the first couple of years, obviously. And Nadal was getting close, but Federer was just too strong. But as I've gotten older, I can only continue to appreciate and realize how incredible he has been. So I'm just going to quickly go through the statement for those of you who are listening to audio as well. And so a statement here released today at the 15th of September 2022 is in Switzerland. He said, "To my tennis family and beyond, of all the gifts that tennis has given me over the years, the greatest, without a doubt, has been the people I've met along the way. My friends, my competitors, and most of all, the fans who give the sport its life. Today, I want to share some news with all of you. As many of you know, the past 3 years have presented me with challenges in the form of injuries and surgeries. I've worked hard to return to full competitive form, but I also know my body's capacities and limits, and its message to me lately has been clear. I am 41 years old. I have played more than 1,500 matches over 24 years. Tennis has treated me more generously than I would have ever dreamt. And now I must recognize when it is time to end my competitive career. The Laver Cup next week in London will be my final ATP event. I will play more tennis in the future. I'm trying actually not to cry. I can't believe this. It's crazy. I will play more tennis in the future, of course, but just not in Grand Slams or on the tour. This is a bittersweet decision because I will miss everything the tour has given me, but at the same time, there is so much to celebrate. I consider myself one of the most fortunate people on earth. I was given a special talent to play tennis, and I did it at a level that I never imagined, for much longer than I ever thought possible. I would like to especially thank my amazing wife, Mirko, who has lived through every minute with me. She has warmed me up before finals, watched countless matches, even while over 8 months pregnant, and has enjoyed my goofy side on the road with my team for over 20 years. I also want to thank my 4 wonderful children for supporting me, always eager to explore new places and creating wonderful memories along the way. Seeing my family cheering me on from the stands is a feeling I will cherish forever." I would also like to thank and recognize my loving parents and my dear sister, without whom nothing would be possible. A big thank you to all my former coaches who always guided me in the right direction. You have been wonderful. And to Swiss Tennis, who believed in me as a young player and gave me an ideal start. I really want to thank and acknowledge my amazing team, Ivan, Danny, Roland, and particularly Seve and Pierre, who have given me the best advice and have always been there for me. Also, Tony, for creatively managing my business for over 17 years. You are all incredible, and I've loved every minute with you. I want to thank my loyal sponsors who are really like partners to me, and the hard-working teams and tournaments on the ATP Tour who consistently welcomed all of us with kindness and hospitality. I would also like to thank my competitors on the tour. I was lucky enough to play so many epic matches that I will never forget. We battled fairly with passion and intensity, and I always tried my best to respect the history of the game. I feel extremely grateful. We pushed each other, and together we took tennis to new levels. Above all, I must offer a special thank you to my unbelievable fans. You will never know how much strength and belief you have given me. The inspiring feeling of walking into full stadiums and arenas has been one of the huge thrills in my life. Without you, those successes would have felt lonely rather than filled with joy and energy. The last 24 years on tour have been an incredible adventure, while it sometimes feels like it went by in 24 hours. It has also been so deep and magical that it seems as if I've already lived a full lifetime. I've had the immense fortune to play in front of you in over 40 different countries. I have laughed and cried, felt joy and pain. And most of all, I have felt incredibly alive. Through my travels, I have met many wonderful people who will remain friends for life, who consistently took time out of their busy schedules to come watch me play and cheer me on around the globe. Thank you. When my love of tennis started, I was a ball kid in my hometown of Basel. I used to watch the players with a sense of wonder. They were like giants to me, and I began to dream. My dreams led me to work harder, and I started to believe in myself. Some success brought me confidence, and I was on my way to the most amazing journey that has led to this day. So I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, to everyone around the world who has helped make the dreams of a young Swiss ball kid come true. Finally, to the game of tennis, I love you. I will never leave you, Roger Federer. So I definitely didn't narrate that as well as he did on his voice note. So I do recommend checking that out, because that was incredible from him, and he's an incredible person. Just the way that he speaks, the way he holds himself, the graciousness that he brings to not just the tennis court but to a room. And I'm very lucky, and I feel lucky that hopefully I'll be able to see him at the Laver Cup. That's my hope, and maybe I might get a glimpse of him, be able to say hi to him or something, just to, because there won't be a chance like this again on tour. I'll do a more obviously in-depth video into his career, etc., and probably after the Laver Cup now, where I'll go through how incredible his career was, achievements, highlights, rivalries, etc. But for now, just a somber note, and obviously, I read his statement because he said it best. Roger Federer is going to retire. I'm not ready for it. I'm sure you guys aren't as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Remember to hit the like button if you're new or old. Subscribe as well if you're new. And obviously, if you're listening on a podcast platform, leave a rating or review. Thank you very much, guys. And unfortunately, Roger Federer will be playing his last event at the Laver Cup.